Harry was seen with Eugenie at the Super Bowl and Meghan was strangely missing from the spotlight this time. But when you think about the odd circumstances, you realize that she's missing for a very good reason that you're about to find out. Welcome back, my body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and it would be great if you join us by just liking this video, subscribing, and hitting that bell. Let's get down to it. Well, first of all, Eugenie was there because she's visiting California with her husband. Eugenie was there. It's worth mentioning that Jack did not attend either. But of course, it's much more noticeable the fact that our glorious Duchess of Sussex missed the event. And it's not like she was busy at home taking care of her children, because you can imagine that nannies and even Doria exist. You can guess that this kind of help was useful on their New York City tour. But regarding nannies, I cannot imagine what would happen if the nanny dares to look at Harry the wrong way. Now there's something I don't understand. Wasn't Harry the one that didn't want public life? The one who fears the camera clicks and people staring at him and his hair? You know that you can watch the Super Bowl from home, right? In the privacy of your own living room. So if anyone comes claiming that I should leave Harry alone, that he should be able to live his life whatever way he chooses to, well, I'm fine with that. I'm just curious with the fact that he keeps claiming something on interviews and articles and most probably on his upcoming book, but he behaves in a totally different way. And this is something that you don't need to hear from me, it's just plain common sense. People can talk and speak and say whatever they want about what they feel and what they want to do, but in the end, it's their actions that truly matter. So if Harry bothered to go to the Super Bowl, it was for a reason, and the fact that Meghan did not attend also doesn't make sense with her personality type. In that sense, if we witness that the Harkles are acting against their usual behavior this time, then there must be a solid intention behind that. Because if you find Harry on a Zoom call complaining about something, it's not much of a big deal because he's always complaining about something. The same if you find Meghan grinding her teeth. She's always grinding her teeth, so that's not news. That's her usual behavior. So this kind of behavioral contradictions must have an intention behind them. A change in behavior always has a reason why. People don't change their usual patterns for nothing. And I'm sure this has to do with the fact that Harry's popularity and perception in the UK has been sliding lately. Both Spotify and Netflix are still trying to hold on to dear life to whatever plan they have with the Harkles. And for that matter, they need in one way or another to focus in the US market. Even if Harry and Meghan are known worldwide, they are known precisely because they left the evil royal family and settled in the US as their home. So let's say that Harry is the British prince who is doing his best to adapt to his American life. And what could be more American than attending the Super Bowl? You begin to connect the dots when you see headlines like, "People are loving Prince Harry going full American." So this is just another PR stunt. Both Harry attending the Super Bowl and the coverage after that is being focused on him really becoming an American prince. It's like coming to America, but more like staying in America. This appearance is used to give the idea that Harry wants to adapt to American life, and he's like any other American. And yes, this is something that you could try if you're interested in being relatable to American audiences. And I have no doubt that Spotify and Netflix want the Harkles to be relatable to this huge demographic. Now, this would explain why Meghan stayed home. It was part of the public relations strategy. Their goal is, let's make Harry look more American than a Lana Del Rey video clip. So he must look like he's engaged with this football and not his football, if you know what I mean. If Meghan had come to the game, she's the American anchor of the couple, so it would have looked like she was bringing Harry with her. That would have looked like a passive action on his part. If Harry goes on his own, then it gives the impression that he actually cares about country music, apple pie, and NASCAR. Eugenie, besides being the unofficial royal family informant in special mission for the Harkles, also attended because she represents that there's still a link between Harry and his family in the UK. That is also part of the message, to not make it look like Harry cut all ties with everyone on the other side of the pond. Because the other option would have been going with a friend, but which friend? Orlando Bloom was there, by the way. Why didn't they take pictures together? It's worth mentioning that Harry took a picture with Mickey Guyton, who sang the national anthem. I noticed that even with a mask, you can easily confirm that Harry had a genuine smile. And that's not something that you see all the time, that's for sure. When was the last time you saw Harry smiling like this? Just let me know in the comments. I want to emphasize the point about behavior contradictions. If you see someone, in this case Harry, who has claimed dozens of times that he hates public life and then goes to one of the most public events in the entire world, then you know there's a reason for this. And if the queen of paparazzi speed dialing did not attend, then you absolutely know that they are up to something. This is the problem with the Harkles. Time and time again, they try really hard to appear as spontaneous and relatable, and what they always end up doing is raising more questions. Questions that they are not willing to answer. In real life, so to speak, it's much more healthy if you just don't pay attention to this kind of personalities. After all, your intuition tells you that virtually anything they do is for some kind of attention or clout. That is what makes them look so artificial all the time. And I'm sure you know people like this, who crave attention at all costs, and despite your best efforts, you keep bumping into them every now and then. Did you know that the Harkles are not going anywhere? They are not going to disappear because they have invested so much in getting people's attention that all that they have left is find a way to make it work in their favor. And what they have done so far, so many times, is to play like they are normal couple, or relatable, or that they are just like any of us. Because that would be the only way that people could care about them. Everyone is absolutely aware that Harry was born into a privileged family, and there is no way we can even remotely begin to grasp, on a personal level, what's it like. And of course, that's one of his talents, maybe his strongest talent, being born in the royal family. But I could never understand how he used to be perceived as a cool bloke, and now he's being reduced to playing cloud games for whatever goal they have in mind. What I think is the problem is that Harry doesn't know exactly what he wants. He might think he knows, he might say it over and over again, but his actions always end up going against whatever comes out of his mouth. In this case, the best approach would be to own your mistakes, face the public, and just acknowledge that you screw up so many things badly. But since we're talking about Harry, and we already know the things he's capable of just for attention, then I don't think that's even a possibility for him, much less for Meghan. I'm sure this will help you to spot the next time they try to play games with us. If you want to refine your observation skills, all you have to do is download my 100 body language tips right in the description of this video. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas, and it will always be a pleasure, my body language buddies. Much love and bliss.